Skull and Crossbones.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown. My name is Zach from Another Letdown Media and the This Is Difficult video game podcast. I'll be presumably one of your hosts this evening. This is the show where I hang out with my friends at the end of a long week after we should have thought about going to bed and work through the ridiculous backlog of miniatures that we've accumulated over the years that need painting. There's an old adage that says if a miniatures painter ever runs out of projects to paint, he or she will die. So we're just trying to stave off death for as long as possible by making excessive use of our 3D printers. Broody Gambit is supposed to be joining me. His computer is having trouble booting up, so he will be live with us soon, and we'll check in with him momentarily. But in the meantime, we're back. It's been a month. It's quite genuinely been a month since we've been able to get this show off the ground. Through a combination of me just wanting to play Spider-Man and the other guys being unavailable and all kinds of other side shenaniganery going on. But we're back. We're painting. I'm trying out some TT Combat paints today. I've in fact got some right on my workspace right now, so let's get into it. As with all the shows that we host here on the Another Letdown Media channel, as well as the This Is Difficult podcast network at large, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. Let's paint. There's only one of me at the moment, so I'm just going to cut and you guys can see Colossus and all his whatever. And we can hear Turtles music, because Turtles music is great. And there's a reason that I picked the Turtles music today. It is because the state of New Hampshire has erected, or I guess inaugurated, I don't know, words, their newest state landmark, if you can call it that. It is an homage to the Turtles, where Mirage Studios started in Dover, and it is a sewer lid, naturally, designed by Kevin Eastman himself. So, big props to the city of Dover, state of New Hampshire, for acknowledging our little corner of nerd history. There'll be a lot of what functionally amounts to just gunmetal color. What do we even call this anymore? I don't even remember. It's not Iron Hand Steel. I can't remember what the Citadel equivalent is. Mechanic, nope. Lead Belcher. It's Lead Belcher. A lot of Lead Belcher tonight. Start things off. I've picked up a ton of paints in the interim. Hopefully some of them will make their stream debut tonight. Well, obviously this one has, so off to a good start in that regard, I guess.
Neon Knight Rider.
So yeah, I definitely had Turtles on the brain this week. More than usual, which is to say quite a bit. Let's look at my reference art. Hello, Shadow. How's it going? Welcome back. Good to hear, good to hear. It's been a minute since we've been able to paint, but we're out here, finally. Just me for the moment. Oh, hey! Brody's got his computer up, so we'll have two hosts in just a second here. Excuse me. We finally got our pellet stove turned on, as it has been very, very cold the last couple of weeks. And it has triggered the worst allergy attack that I've had in eons. It's just kicking so much dust into the house.
No turtle has gone before.
Hence my voice being a little lower than it normally would be. And me being a little stuffy and sniffly. I think we, well, I don't want to jinx it. Sorry, I'm being a little quiet right now because once Broody gets in the call, we'll hop into our discussion topics. But I don't want to blow anything too early. He might have an opinion on. For being such close friends, we do have very diametrically opposed opinions on a lot of things, which is kind of cool. Oh, hey Blink, what's up? Thought you were going to bed. It is kombucha time. Cheers. GT's kombucha, not a sponsor, but Dave, let's talk. Got the peach again tonight. Peach Paradise seems to be my go-to lately. It is a good. It is a fave. Flavor Flav? Flavor Flav. No. Oh, what's up, Bonzi buddy? How you doing? It's going all right. How about yourself? Yo, when are we playing Arkham? I want to play Arkham. You just got two new games. Oh, dang. Oh, I see Broody in the call.
Hello.
Hey, man. How's it going?
It's going good. Got some scanner.
All right. I see
Hello?
Broody's thing.
What's his neck?
Of course,
Can
I'm
you
going to
hear
help if I can hear you.
Okay, good.
There we go. Now we're good. We're good. Dark Souls and Horizon Zero Dawn. Nice, Greg. That's awesome.
The final shell shock.
I, in blatant parody of myself, have basically played nothing but Super Metroid in the last month. Other than the stuff that I've been playing on stream.
How you liking Spider-Man 2?
Dude, it's so good. Oh my god.
I'm so excited. It's on my wish list for Christmas, so
yeah,
if I don't get it, I'll use money to get it.
I was going to say, be very careful. Well, spoilers aren't, like, super an issue. You know what's going to happen, more or less. But I think what'll surprise you, and obviously I won't give anything away, but I think what'll surprise you is the ratio to which the villains appear.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been very impressed so far. Insomniac gets it. Alright, I need to look at some reference photo here. What have I got? So boy, it's been a month, man.
What's been going on?
All kinds of stuff. We'll start. We'll start wacky and go most recent. I saw the Marvels last night.
Yeah.
It is way better than the reports are making it out to be.
That's good, I guess.
Yeah. It's what's a shame is it's just gonna fall through the cracks. And that really, really sucks. Like it doesn't deserve to be like it's you know how I'm always going on and on about how like comic book movies don't need to be like earth-shattering crazy like overarching plot moving things. They can exist in a space that's just plain fun. This is exactly that. And it doesn't try to be anything else. It just is what it is. And we were laughing, we were cheering, we were like, it was like watching Pacific Rim, but it was a Marvel movie. And we needed that. So, if anybody's watching this who's on the fence about it, go watch the Marvels. You will appreciate it. Like, just don't go in expecting Endgame. Go in expecting to eat some popcorn and have a good time, and you will not be disappointed. The lead characters are terrific. The villain just kind of sucks, and it's like, it doesn't matter. It genuinely does not matter. And all the critics are getting hung up on the fact that it's not, you know, an earth-shattering thing. And I'm like, get over yourselves. It doesn't have to be. Not to mention, I got to see one of my best friends who I haven't seen in a long time to go see it. So,
That was good.
yeah, that was nice. He called me kind of out of the blue. He's like, hey, normally I'd go with my wife, but she's out of town. Do you want to come? And I was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Let me see what I can get out of. So we ended up going, like, super late last night. It was like a 9:30 start. But the movie's not very long. It's only an hour and a half and change. But yeah, it was super worth it. It was super worth it. And then, yeah, obviously Spider-Man has been amazing. I discovered a new way to play Super Metroid that I absolutely love.
How's that?
It's Super Metroid Arcade. It's a ROM hack. It's a randomizer, but it randomizes the rooms dynamically. It's like it's a roguelike Metroid.
Okay.
So it's, you know, it's randomizing rooms based on the equipment you have, which is really cool. Very innovative idea. It's like a good, like, I've got 15, 20 minutes. All of a sudden I can play Metroid. Oh, I did finish Gotham Knights.
Yeah? Did you like it?
No, but I didn't hate
sorry.
it. I didn't dislike it. I was like, oh, well, this is a game. Fun was had. Eyes were rolled. I don't regret playing it. There's no regrets there. It was one I already had in my Steam library, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a shot. And we did it. It was really short, and it was fine. I mean, so no, I wouldn't say I liked it, but I enjoyed it. The first thing I noticed was that it was not It's not Arkham, and it's not trying to be Arkham.
No, that's like the biggest problem. Is like, yeah, like people were expecting it to be, but that's not what it was.
Yeah. Some of the movement was a little clunky, which kind of bugged me. The loading, it doesn't load seamlessly,
Yeah.
which is a nuisance. Like, there's just some quality of life issues that bothered me, but it's perfectly playable at this point in the game. I mean, I guess it's been through several patches, but no, it's all right. What else has been going on? Obviously, my students are still up to fundraising. We have cleared the $3,000 mark and are well on our way to $4,000. My goal was $4,000 by Christmas, so I think we'll have it. My sort of not actually that secret G14 classified top secret goal was to be done fundraising by Christmas. So we can just sit happy and go to Hershey.
Yeah.
And I think we might have that.
That's good. 4,000 was just a complete goal.
Say again?
4,000 was the complete goal.
Just over 4, yeah. But it's just easier to say 4.
When's the trip?
The what is it? The beginning of June. But like we have to have everything all booked up and dealt with ahead of time, which is a pain, but completely understandable. Excuse me. What have you been up to? What's good with you?
Went on the fishing trip with my dad.
Yeah, that looked fun.
Good month. My uncle came from Grand Rapids, and my other uncle came from Georgia with my 2 cousins.
Nice.
So it was guys week. And it was very entertaining. We had a lot of fun. We got any fish.
Sorry, I missed that last bit.
The first day was the only day we got really any fish. But it was fine. We still had a lot of fun with each other.
Yeah.
Time and, ended up being in an escape room with my dad and my uncle from Grand Rapids. After my cousins and other uncle went back to Georgia. And that was fun. We managed to escape the escape room.
Oh, this is the problem with getting new paints. You don't know where any of them are. There it is.
Are you using your new paints now?
I am. So the thing that's on my table that looks like lead belcher is actually gunmetal.
Okay.
I'm about to combine it with a little bit of black to make... Uh-oh, maybe. There we go. Make for a little bit darker situation. I also picked up a bunch of Army Painter speed paints.
Awesome.
For when I get into zombie side. I'm learning from Chamali's mistakes. Around here we call that learning and growing.
Outside of vacation, I've been playing Star Wars Fallen Order and Survivor,
Yeah.
and I have enjoyed it a whole lot.
I watched Adam's brother play that, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
It looked really good, but like kind of not my speed. So I'm really excited to see him play the sequel.
I bounced off of Fallen Order the first time because I really don't like Souls-like games.
That one, like, yeah, I do like Souls-likes. I'm not good at them, and I don't have the time to commit to them, which I think is why I enjoy watching them.
Yeah, I don't like them at all that much, and so the first time I played it, I like bounced really hard off of it.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine recommended I try it again, just turn it on story mode instead of the normal difficulty.
Yeah.
And that that turns off the Souls-like aspects, and so then it just became like an action platformer.
Yeah.
Which is definitely my speed.
Absolutely.
And I enjoyed it a whole lot more. And then moved into Survivor after I beat Fallen Order.
Nice. You ready for Scott Pilgrim to take off on Friday?
Hmm?
Scott Pilgrim takes off, the anime?
That's on Netflix, right?
It is.
I do not have Netflix, so...
Fair.
I would be excited.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I don't actually know if I do either. Because money is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I finished the fourth Cthulhu Case Books book.
Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely phenomenal. It was a thinly veiled announcement of retirement from James Lovegrove. And that's obviously disappointing because he's so good at writing Holmes, but I totally get it. You write the same character for so long, you gotta hang up the pen at some point. Better to do it while you're on top. Than after you've already tapered off. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. So Twitch has been doing this weird thing lately where they'll mute you if you play the Super Metroid soundtrack.
Any particular reason?
No idea. Even the top speedrunners, like speedruns Twitch streamers, can't figure it out. They're like, why VOD muted? This is Prime 3, Greg. This is corruption. One of the few Metroid games that I have not played, because it has the word Prime in it. Every time I sit down, I don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Metroid Prime. But every time I sit down to play it, I just wish I was playing Super Metroid and play Super Metroid Arcade instead. I promised myself that I would not play Super Mario Wonder until I beat Prime.
That's another one that I have on my Christmas wish list that I really want.
Well, that came out... Oh, shoot. Dang it. I'm going to fix yellow.
Wonder just came out like a few weeks ago, right?
It came out the same day as Spider-Man, which was also the same day that the new Blink-182 record dropped. My wallet took an absolute thrashing that day. Because I believe also a Coheed and Cambria record came out that week, too. Yep, it was bad. It was real bad. Okay, that is regular, so we don't write that. Yeah, it's just not my preferred style of play, Greg. It's like I'm reasonably good at Super and Fusion and even Dread. So yeah, it just came down to I wanted to, like, that's, I don't know, it's just not how I want to play Metroid.
This is a very nice change of pace for me.
What do you mean?
I'm getting to paint a miniature that's not like superhero or sci-fi based. It's like fantasy based. So
See,
like it's a knight in armor and stuff.
yeah, I can dig it. I mean, I come from a background of painting Warhammer Fantasy. So I'm very burnt out on painting fantasy, which I think is why I like painting why I enjoy painting superheroes as much as I do, because it's just so wildly different. But you're right, it is a nice change of pace every now and again. I just was reading some articles on the Warhammer website that Warhammer: The Old World is coming. Top of next year. And the Chaos Dwarfs are confirmed. Which means my boys in dumb hats are back. They're not going to be making miniatures for them. They're not even going to make it like a proper codex. Or army book, sorry. But they will be like published in a way that they are playable. Blink, that's awful. You really are sick, dude. You'll appreciate this, Broody, though. That's... Blink was messaging me earlier about how he has not been feeling well this week. Something Montezuma's Revenge. And it reminded me of the time at Gen Con where Alex and I got into the Montezuma's Revenge pretty badly. Have I ever told you that story?
Nope. So
we were quite drunk. As can occasionally happen at Greater Than Games. At Gen Con events with Greater Than Games. And we stumbled our way home. We're back toward the hotel. I had to poop really bad, so we fumbled our way into White Castle. First mistake. In order to get the bathroom key, you had to be a paying customer. But because I was desperate, they would have just given it to me. And so, while I was in the toilet, Alex and Krista decided that they I'm confused, Greg. Alex and Krista decided that they were hungry. Second mistake. They ordered White Castle. They ordered a lot of White Castle. And proceeded to very drunkenly eat. Well, the three of us proceeded to eat our weight in White Castle sliders. The next morning, all three of us were late for our first shift. Because, well, we started calling it the Russian Regret.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, we made it, but, Ellie the Hydration Fairy had to make a house call. Yes. Yes, yeah, they are back to rank and file. Greg, they are square base rank and file. That has already been confirmed. And the Sigmarines are not part of this. Oh, I mean as well. Yeah, I don't either. That's why I'm very happy to use all characters I already have. 4,000 points, baby, all collected. Every model ever produced for Chaos Dwarfs is in my collection.
That's a lot of Chaos Dwarfs.
It is a ton. I should say everyone that produced is represented in the collection. That's really yellow, okay. Alright, Averland Sunset one last time before you get out and out replaced. Maybe. Yeah. You're at a 40k tournament. Oh, really? Excuse me. Is there a name for this mystery 40k tournament, Bonzi buddy?
On machine.
What's that?
I was talking to my Vortex. It wasn't mixing my paints when I wanted it to.
Oh! I completely forgot you had a Vortex. And I was like, why are you... What eldritch power are you messing with right now? And since when do we have the Kingsport Horror board set up? So my students have played a bunch of Elder Sign recently.
Yeah?
They really like it. It's a great game. It's better in campaign mode, and I did not know that. I was supposed to bring in Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective this past week. I forgot it. And so I was like, all right, well, we're going to play Elder Sign in campaign mode. We're just going to try it out. And it was, boy, it was so much more fun. There's just so much more moving parts.
I have been still playing my weekly Arkham Horror LCG campaign.
That's awesome.
We
Dude, I
finished
miss that game
Starlight
so
East,
much.
and it was awesome. And then we one of the guys hadn't played Edge of the Earth yet, so we're doing that one again.
Nice. I have also not played that one yet.
It's good.
How about those minis for Night of the Zealot?
Those aren't minis; they're just figurines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha, Greg. That makes sense. So my printers are officially put away for the winter.
Uh-huh.
Other than I have to seal them up. I have to put some like tape or something around them so that the critters don't get to them. Nice, Greg. Alright, I think that's... Other than inking, there's Colossus.
Yay!
Might do some highlighting at some point, but... That really remains to be seen. This is a longer mini than I wanted to do. Or than I kind of bargained for when I started it. I do have the Prowler up here, if I get incredibly bored. Or should I say Night Dubstepper. Alright. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Freedom 5 also, Greg. I'm not, like, in a hurry for it, but... because I've got Marvel Zombies coming in. Oh, I've got another. I got some more Green Stuff World paint coming in. A whole bunch of technicals, which I'm really excited about. And Vanta Black, more or less.
Yeah, that was why by the time the Freedom 5 game, I just ended up ordering the painters instead of getting the...
Yeah, like, after seeing them at Gen Con, I was like, oh, all I'm going to have to do is slap a little Nuln Oil on and they'll be good. That is one of the few things in the Citadel line that I will be sticking with, is Nuln Oil. It's just too reliable. I actually recently sent Twits on in the chat here a list of my like painting setup. And I was really pleased with the variety at this point. Like, all my technicals are from Green Stuff World, all my speed paints are from Army Painter, my inks and washes and, like, dry brush paints are all Citadel, and then my, like, baseline is the TT Combat. Which is nice to have that delineation, you know? Gray. That's not... No, that's a flesh. Nast. Shadow gray? No. So... is you. Here we go. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Admiralty. Yeah, that makes sense. So the TT Combat paints are really just Citadel paints that work better. So there's a pretty much one-to-one match across the board, which is really cool. And they're in dropper bottles, which is even more cool.
Dropper bottles are awesome.
They really are. Let's get these brushes out of here. That's too light. Too dark. So, my big score, while we've been off, was I bought an N64.
Nice.
Yes. Except for the fact that the jumper pack is not in it. Which I discovered today. What?
The jumper pack?
Yeah, it's the little, like, memory pack in the front that, like, allows it to display. Blank, I will try not to snort the paint. No promises, though. There we go. There's the color. And so I've been, like, sitting here trying to clean it and trying to get it, and I was like, wait a minute. Doesn't this need to be, like, isn't something supposed to be here? And of course I looked it up on Reddit, and they were like, yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, dang it. But, as they always do, Handheld Legend comes through in the clutch. It's a $13 part. And considering I got the N64 itself for $20.
Pretty good deal.
Yep. I got the 64 for $20, I got Rogue Squadron for $20, and I got a controller for $15. And I was like, alright, well, we'll take it. Let's go. Hooray for people on Facebook Marketplace not knowing what they have. course, it meant I had to drive an hour and a half out of my way on a Monday afternoon, but... Moonbreaker. No, I have not checked that out, Greg. Tell me more. Tell me some more. Great little kid's book. So my youngest niece has started asking for us to come down for... Like, she wants us to come visit as her Christmas gift. And I'm like, oh, it's so hard, though. Like, because traveling is difficult. And getting time off is difficult. And then my middle niece and I had the brilliant idea of, what if we bought a Super Nintendo for cheap and built it into an arcade cab?
That'd be cool.
Right? Because we saw someone advertising a Killer Instinct cabinet, and we were like, that's a little bit more than we paid for it, but dang, that's cool. That's neat, Greg. I will remind you that that name means more to Broody than it does to me.
Which one?
Brandon Sanderson.
Nice.
It is one of those things where everybody has said how cool his writing is, whatever. So much so that it's just turned me off of it completely. Did you see Futurama got picked up for another 2 seasons?
I did not.
Yep. It was one of the first pieces of news after the actor strike ended. Speaking of, I'm making a bold prediction right here, right now on the show. I'm predicting right now that... Now, I have not... I'm going to preface this by saying I have not obviously read any of the contracts or any of the like legal end of things. So I don't know this. I don't have anything to base this on. I'm just going with my gut here. I'm betting very heavily that we have to go through this again in 3 years. Because nobody has bothered to take into account the evolution of AI over the next 3 years.
Bold prediction.
It may not be as bad of a strike, but I think the actors end up on strike again. I am happy to see that the MCU is going to pump the brakes, though. Looks like the only MCU-related movie coming out next year is Deadpool.
that is a much-needed break.
It is. It really is. I am excited also for the for Echo to have the MA rating.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is sorely needed in the street level corner of the Marvel universe. Oh, I printed the first thing that the school has seen solely designed by the students this past couple of weeks. Yeah. It is, so they got a calculator rack, or they got a set of calculators, I should say, with a rechargeable battery, but in a really dumb spot. It is on the side like a Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
And nobody could figure out how to efficiently charge them. And my students did. The sixth graders figured it out. And they designed and built a charging situation for it. It came out really nicely. So big ups to them for that. Right, I was looking at pictures of Sentinels, because is that a boot or is that a head?
Both.
I genuinely can't tell.
What are you asking about?
The Sentinel, or the thing he's stepping in. I can't tell if that's a boot or a head.
Let me pull out mine real quick. It's a head.
It's a head?
Yeah, he's like scratching the face.
Okay. Okay, that makes it more difficult, but not impossible.
So yeah, like the lighter yellowish part of the face is like directly under his boot.
Yeah. Do I Why am I thinking ahead of myself? I'm being an idiot. What up, remote error? I guess this one. It's been a productive day. That's good. I was here too, more or less. It's gonna be dark. Oh, maybe it is. No, it really isn't. I like the color shift. Just don't like the color shift forest. That's a maybe. Drawing was done today, along with some research for that drawing, and making and cooking some burgers. Love a good burger. I had a great burger a couple weeks ago. Like, really very great. It's called The Hangover. It's from one of my favorite pubs near where I used to work. Ah, this will work. I think. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like Moxie. It'll cure whatever ails you. Black first. What makes it special? Basically just fat. It's basically the full English fry up on a burger. It's kind of phenomenal in that way. So I'm going with color shift paint for this Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
Going with Darth Blue.
Okay.
Hoping it works. If not, we'll reverse and try something different. I do think my favorite part of the Hangover Burger remote error, or Twix on rather, is the fried egg and hot sauce. But you know me and spicy food. Absolutely cannot get enough of it. Though I will say I'm not looking to do raw ghost pepper again anytime soon. That was a bad idea. Ghost pepper in stuff, however? Sign me up. Ghostly garlic from Pepper Palace. Remote error. Thank me later. It's very good. It's absolutely delicious. Birdie, if I recall correctly, you have the Alice Cooper hot sauces, right?
I do. They're very delicious.
I've heard good things. Of course, I've also heard Alice Cooper working very hard to get himself canceled these days, too, so...
What do you do this time?
Oh, he's mouthing off. Let's just say he's taken a leaf out of J.K. Rowling's book. But at least with him, you can kind of chalk it up to old man ignorance a little bit. I'm not saying it's excusable in any way, but... he is, after all, older than dirt. All right. Let's see how we do here. It's sort of working. Not exactly what I expected, but I'm not upset about it. It does look an awful lot different on the palette than it does on the actual model.
What is the color shift?
Yeah. This might be a wipe. No, I don't like that at all. Oh, how can I rescue this?
Lick it.
That's not bad. Okay.
What's up? What
Greg.
Is telling you?
No, I'm okaying it, Greg. Basically telling him to get wrecked. Go Greg's middle child. Kick your dad's butt and smash. That's what he gets. Alright. Oh, I want to do this. Actually, I wonder if this will work. Very likely that it won't, but I'm going to try it anyway. Nope, no good. Wow, this is just a nuisance. All right. Try something different. Come on. Stupid paint pot. Yes, maybe. More pink. What do I have for pinks? That might do. Actually, that might work. I think I've had an idea. Yeah, I almost assuredly have. I've mixed up sort of a guy's like color palette. hit it with some very thinned down metal shading. I think that's how we're going to pull this off. Well, actually, I wonder what would happen if I put color shift over this. I'll try it with a weird, inconspicuous corner and see what happens. That actually might do. That's cool.
What's up?
I don't know what I've done, but it's like almost got a speed paint quality to it in this purple that is also silver. That looks really neat. My wife crashed her car the other day.
Well, that's no good.
No, it is not. The roads were heckin' icy, and I managed to get down by doing I've driven a race car for 6 years shenanigans, and Katie did not. She hit the guardrail, and the car's in the shop. Fortunately, the baby was at my parents'.
That's good. It was definitely made for a nuisance of a day on Thursday. Yeah, that's so good. She was all right though.
Oh yeah. Just in a dither. No lasting damage. Can't say the same for the guardrail though.
Yeah.
The thing is all manner of twisted up now. Yeah, it's no bueno. It's happened to me a couple times. All right, I think I figured it out. I've painted this thing purple, but I'm gonna wash it in blue. I think that'll give me the right tint. And then I can dry brush it with Necron compound. Very lightly.
Of how I did my Sentinel stuff.
Say again?
There's the opposite of how I did my Sentinel stuff.
I still didn't catch it.
That is the opposite of how I did my Sentinel stuff. I did blue with the purple wash.
Oh. I just, I kind of dumb lucked into this purple shade, and I was like, I think this could work. Now I gotta do this weird, like, yellowy shenanigans. Ooh. What does this look like?
I guess we were catching up on things since the long hiatus. Halloween was while I was gone.
That is true. It was. How was your Halloween?
It was really good. I enjoyed dressing up. Took my nephew and niece around my neighborhood. Did I share a picture on Discord of my costume?
Yeah, you did the Who's he? What's it there?
I did the Togruta stuff that I had from doing the Galactic Star Cruiser.
That's right.
Since I paid enough for it to go to Disney, I figured
Twice.
I'd get my money's worth out of it. Yes, twice.
I have ideas. I have cool ideas for how I'm gonna get this face done. Specifically a broken face. So yeah, we we weren't feeling so hot on Halloween. My daughter and I both had colds, and my wife was coming down with one and had to work, so it's pretty low key. But I dressed up as well. So you've known me long enough to know I don't like to do the same costume 2 years in a row or ever if I can help it. I dressed up as Jughead from Riverdale, which is all stuff I already had. Because, let's be real here. In many ways, I am a lot like that character. Maybe not quite to the melodramatic extreme, but... And my daughter dressed up as a little tiny ladybug that my mom made. So we just went out and took pictures in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. She's only 1, so it's not like she's gonna remember it or whatever.
Yeah. It's really tedious. I'm painting like he's got leather straps for like a skirt and around the shoulder and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And each strap of leather is outlined in red.
There was paint on that brush.
Did you stick it in your mouth?
I sure did. God, that was bad. So I'm using a purple-yellow color shift called Solar Anomaly, and then I'll hit this with a yellow layer afterward. Alright, inking. Let's do this.
You're ahead of me.
Well, because I started this beforehand. I had the red and the yellow already done.
Nope, no, it's not mixed up enough.
That's been the story of my life tonight. My paints just aren't ready. Hold on. So I finished another Game Boy while we were away also.
Oh, nice.
This one for Trevor. Oops. Hold on. Fix my microphone here. It seems to have caved in on me. I'll show it off while this is drying for a second. So this is the Spider-Man DMG.
Nice.
For his kid. All hand-painted. That is the original serial number. I got the Nintendo repair line thing in there. And if you turn it on, so I can get this without glare, the color scheme is also Spider-Man colors.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that was a neat bit of business. Very proud of that. Trevor's very excited about it too. So I gotta get this, gotta take some glamour shots of it and then send it out. Thank you, Remote Error. Thank you very much. It's a hobby that I'm very fond of. And, commission's open. If anybody's watching this and wants to submit a Game Boy repair or redesign or etc. commission, I am open for that. Prices on demand, of course, because it all depends on what people want to do. I've got several GBAs, like 5 or 6 SPs, a DMG, and 2 colors in stock right now, but I can always get more as well. I have ways. I think GBAs are my favorite to work with, but DMGs are the easiest. For me. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think? Ink Colossus blue or black?
Black.
Okay. Especially with, yeah, that makes sense, because I'm making the Sentinel with blue, so. I'm drinking off nightshade, that'll work. That did. Where's my Nullen oil? Who stole my oil? Did you steal it? You thief?
I did not.
There it is. Oh, I'm yelling at a miniature. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna need aggressive shade also. And I'm gonna need an ink brush. Yep, black, absolutely right.
What'd you do for your Colossus's hair?
So I actually just mixed a little bit of black in with the existing silver,
Okay.
and it actually does differentiate pretty strongly.
I've actually got a rough iron, so I ended up using that for the hair.
Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. This is the part of the show where we start to focus.
Yep.
Alright. Unfortunately, it means that our conversation kind of dies down, but it's necessary to the beast, right? Like, we're an hour and a half in here. It's pushing up on midnight. And we're just trying to get these things photo ready. I feel like that wasn't real. Whatever. That's not the end of the world. Alright, I gotta be careful with this blue because it could get everywhere. I'm hoping this will just pigment this. Oh, yes! Oh, that's cool. Oh, that worked way better than I expected it to. Well, I could try for a minute, I think. Sorry, I pulled this off camera for a minute because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Alright, there we go. That looks really, really cool. Very happy with that. Do earth shade on the base. And we'll figure out what I'm doing with the head. That color shift paint really, it's not showing up on camera very well, I don't think, but it looks really good with the head.
Like that, it doesn't show well on camera, that just because the way the lighting stuff works.
Yeah, but it looks cool. I can assure you it looks really cool. I hate painting these vanilla AMG bases. They're just so straightforward. Alright, now I just got this headpiece to go. I think I'm just going to go with black. Because it's already pretty, got a lot going on there. Yep, correct call. Not to be confused with the collect call, that's a very different thing. Alright, another look here. I'm very happy with this. I don't know how much highlight I'm going to do with... I mean, I'll do a little bit of highlighting with his quote-unquote skin, but not much. The red and yellow will get a little bit, just kind of some touch-ups, really, but I really think it's just the base stuff that is going to need the help. Boy, that color shift paint really does cool stuff for artificial, bizarre metal colors. Let's start laying out my palette for Prowler here. I don't think I'm going to get very far on him, but... Now, I am going to do... This is going to be first appearance Prowler. So it's actually green and purple. More than sort of your... video game version. It's going to be Hobie Brown. So I need a light blue. John Romita was the sort of original creator. He drew when he was 13. And, the character was introduced in Amazing Spider-Man 78. It looks like we're looking at a green. So you can have sort of a greenish outfit mostly. Oh, I can do some cool stuff with laser. Originally, it looks like the Prowler had some laser tech.
Mm-hmm.
His color scheme was very similar to Dr. Doom, just applied differently. The mask is going to be black with white eyes. Hood is going to be sort of a blue-gray. What have I got? What can I do with that? Oh, I've got Vega blue-gray. That's probably what we'll end up using. That's almost exactly right. I got a pile of greens over here. So that'll be neat. We'll use probably Jungle Shadow Green for the darker parts. And what else is this? Marsh Green. I think that's too dark. Canal Green. No, that's too like camo. The logo on the front will be like a sort of a succulent green, but with some of the darker green mixed in. Actually, why don't I go ahead and do that? I'm going to lay this out. Just be ready. We'll be ready for next week. And then we can probably use some of this like ogre bogies for his laser stuff. What else are we gonna need? Oh god, dying. Everything's
Don't
fine.
die.
We're good. Brody's still plugging away over here.
Yep. I'm starting to walk.
Alright. We got about... I'm...
If you need to call it or whatever, that's fine.
No, I'm looking for something to do because I'm waiting for Colossus to dry here. Oh, I missed a bit with the melon oil. That's making me cranky. Right under his neck. Let's see what I can do with that. The problem with going back with a wash is, like, it's going to run into areas that you're already done. If you're not careful. That'll do it. Something I don't often do is going back and hitting the darkest recesses with a second coat of wash. Just really letting it stain in there.
When this wash is doing work.
It always does.
Like I said, with the leather straps making like the skirt and the shoulders, like the wash is outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm letting the wash kind of bring in some muscle definition here. And similarly, we're seeing a lot of work from it. It is also astonishing how much work Wash puts in to, like, just fix sloppy mistakes too.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're just like, oh, I'm slightly out of the line, but it's fine because the Wash will fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I could do? I got a couple of broken things that need repair. Let's try and fix this up. While you're watching paint dry, this is now watching glue dry. A much more interesting sister show. So I'm willing to make a conclusion on these TT Combat paints. They are excellent. I can feel them reacting to my brush better, if that makes any sense. Now, the ultimate test, of course, will be whites and yellows, but we'll burn that bridge when we cross it.
Yep, got a layer of wash down.
There we go. He's looking great.
Let's say the light's not shining really well on it, but
yeah, I've been struggling with my lighting tonight. I don't know what's going on.
I'll do that till tomorrow.
Yep, I think it's oops. I'm gonna figure out a way to prop this up and then we'll call it a show here.
Okay, that's the box art for him.
Oh wow. Shoot. No, bad. Hands are off. It seems to be standing on its own, so I'm going to hastily back away from it. Anyway, thank you all very much for hanging out tonight. Thank you to Twitson and Remote Error and Blink and all our chat denizens. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend, etc. I will be back on the show playing Spider-Man roughly 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Monday night. Can't wait to dive in on more of that. I finished up a bunch more side quests, so I'm jonesing. I need my Spider-Man fix. And then we'll do that on Monday, and I don't know about Friday. It depends on what time I get home. Should be fine, but we'll see. And then Broody and I will be back next week. Yes.
Yep, I should be fine for a while now. My next day to work is the end of December. So. Oh,
dope. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, we should be good to do this for quite a while. And obviously, if not, I can always do one-shots of Metroid Arcade and other stuff on the stream as well. So thank you all so much. Have a great remainder of your weekend. If we happen to get a show off tomorrow, if Josh happens to be off, tune in 8 o'clock Eastern Time to Ryugami-san as we do the This Is Difficult podcast, talking about some Game of the Year stuff, and getting ready for that. So take care, be safe, be well, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye.